Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey Sagittarius, this video is for you. So Sag Sun, Sag Moon, Sag Rising. If you feel like what I'm saying in this video is not resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign. I do have those listed down below, okay? Alright, so let's just go on and jump into your reading, you guys. This reading is for the Aquarian lunar cycle, so we are looking at the beginning of February through the beginning of March. And the first card that we have in your spread coming up is in the position of what energy will you be tapping into, or what energy is going to be coming in for you. And I am excited to see pretty much one of your cards here. You've got the psychic card. And, excuse me. So, what this is saying is that underneath this Aquarian lunar cycle for the next month, Sagittarius, you may feel like your gifts are truly entirely popping. You may notice a lot more synchronicities. You may feel like your clairvoyance or your clairaudience is more popping. You may start to, be able to call things before they start to happen. You may have these feelings. You may just be resonating with these vibes of just honestly knowing what's about to happen, or just having a sense of knowing, really tapping into your gifts, really being in tune with your intuition, right? This is coming up for the next month. So what I would say is definitely, because we're underneath an air lunar cycle, and this is dealing with our perspective, with our mental, to pay very, very close attention to the thoughts that you're having. Pay close attention to your dreams as well. This card popping up does tell me that for a lot of you Sagittarians, you may be having some really wild dreams in the next month. And that's not to say that they'll be like wild bad or like wild crazy, but just to say like you might be having some dreams in which you can very much so connect them to your life, and not in the way that people talk about your dreams being your subconscious. I mean, like, you might be having dreams and then the next day literally everything that happens in your dream you see play out, or you are able to connect the dots, or things of that sort. You might be able to, so to speak, read people's minds. Just having a sense of knowing. This next month for you, I think, comes with a really good and positive energy, because anything that you put your energy into, or anything that you do, you are also doing it with this psychic energy behind it. So it's like anything that you become involved in during this next month, Sagittarius, is actually something that you're definitely supposed to be in alignment with. Things that are not meant for you, you'll be able to feel that right away, right off bat, and you'll be able to, make moves dependent upon the way that you're feeling, and understand also that the way that you're feeling is very closely connected to your intuition. So all of your moves during this time are divinely planned and divinely timed, because you on a higher level know what is going on, whether you are aware in the physical or not, okay? The next card that I have coming up for you guys is in the position of the crossing energy, and you've got the Lovers card here. So I'm going to read this in a couple of ways. The first way that I want to read this is I'm not going to read this in a romantic way to start. So the Lovers card, when this energy pops up, it talks about coming into alignment with things that you are passionate about, with things that honestly just make your heart beat, so to speak. So this being in a crossing position does tell me that for some of you Sagittarians during this lunar cycle, even with this psychic energy and this sense of knowing, you might either, one, be resonating with things that you're just very comfortable with and used to, but you are kind of mistaking as having a love for it, and that kind of keeping you away from and holding you back from being able to tap into this psychic energy. On the other hand, excuse me, some of you guys may be in this position where you are dealing with somebody, whether that could be a friendship, that could be a romantic relationship, just a situation in which you are very emotionally invested and the connection is very deep or very strong. But this does kind of point to a little bit of codependency, kind of depending on other people to kind of hold you up and hold you down. The thing with the psychic card and the psychic energy is when it comes to gifts like this, like clairvoyance, clairaudience, intuition and things of that sort, you cannot depend on anybody else for your gifts. Your psychism is actually something that is, special for you. And everybody has their own gifts. Everybody taps into their gifts in different ways. But if you've got the Lovers card crossing this card, this energy coming up, this is telling me that there are certain things that you're supposed to be seeing, things that you're supposed to be knowing, energies that you're supposed to be tapping into, things that you're supposed to be learning coming up in this next month. And instead of devoting your energy to yourself and developing your gifts, as what it seems like this month is supposed to be for you. Sorry, y'all. If you've got the Lovers card crossing this, this tells me that you are actually not putting energy into yourself like you're supposed to. And I do very much so pick up on this energy here that Sagittarius, some of you may have new lovers, or you may be talking to old lovers. And if this is a message for those of you that are dealing with people that you dealt with before, Sagittarius, if you had an old lover come back, let me just tell you, this person crossing the Psychic card, literally crossing your gifts, is a red flag. This is not somebody that you want to be dealing with. If it has not become evident to you yet, this person is a hindrance to you and your growth. For those of you, and that came out of nowhere, so for those of y'all that I was kicking game to, by the time that I finish up this reading, you should really be considering, like, okay, how am I about to get rid of this person, because I don't need them holding me back or holding me down. Yeah, be mindful of that. And I also do want to say, and I was talking to, I don't know if I did a reading like this the other day or if I was just talking about this in conversation, but if you are involved with somebody, or you are involved in a situation, and it could be romantic, it could be a friendship, and you want to develop and you want to grow, and the other person or the other party or the other people are like, nah, that ain't it, are those really people that you want to be around? You know what I'm saying? Are those really energies that you want to be tapped into? I don't think it is, Sag. So for those of you guys that are dealing with partners or dealing with situations, understand that during this next month, if you don't start phasing these people out, you are going to start feeling suffocated, and you are going to start feeling a lack of connection with your higher self and with your gifts. And you know, in all honesty, when we deal with people who kind of pull us away from that, it makes it a lot harder for us to get back to ourselves and back into those gifts that we have been blessed with. So just keep that in mind, Sagittarius. Make smart decisions during this lunar cycle. It is air. This is your little counterpart. I understand y'all like to get wild and get crazy, but this time around, like, you got to be mindful, because you got to look out for yourself. You don't want to compromise your gifts or your own integrity because you're stuck in the mix of something that really ain't for you. It's 1,000 fish in the sea. Do you really need that person's penis or that person's vagina that bad? Like, no, you don't. You don't. Okay, so next card. Coming up in your spread, Sag, is the King of Coins. And that is in the position of how you can get in the mix more during this Aquarian lunar cycle. How can you tap into this Aquarius energy, being more collaborative, being more communicative, expressive, creative, and innovative? How can you get in the mix? You've got the King of Coins. So this card, especially coming up after I talked about all that codependency and about being stifled by some other sort of relationship that you have going on around you, this card literally comes in and says, which it sounds a little contradictory, but it says, okay, Sag, you got to come in and you got to hold your own shit down, and you got to kind of just go balls to the wall by yourself, and you have to come in strong and present yourself as the person that you are. Being you and coming to the front gate with, okay, hey, this is me, this is what I have to offer, this is what I want to work on, this is what I need to know, is really what's going to make people want to work with you, what's going to make people want to interact with you, what is also going to bring about opportunities that bring in the coin. On top of that energy that the King of Coins bring, this is a coins card, it's a Pentacles card, and y'all know how I feel about the Pentacles cards. Those are the money cards. This is a card of having everything together, having all your plans laid out, and actually being very, very grounded, very stable, and also very financially abundant. So Sagittarius, if there are things that you want to learn, or if there are projects that you want to get into, or there are certain ideas that you have, in order for you to build upon these things, you are going to have to mix and mingle. And in order for you to mix and mingle, you're going to have to go out there and stand your ground and be very firm in the way that you present your things so that, you know, people don't walk all over you. You guys are fire, so you're very intense, but at the same time, you're very adventurous and you tend to shoot your energy all over the place. So it's not to say that people will take advantage of you, but they might take advantage of the fact that your energy is not always there like theirs. So just be very mindful. Go in with, you know, literally wearing your title on your sleeve, like, hey, this is me, this is what I'm doing, this is what I want. And having that energy and everything that you do coming up in this next month is really going to bring you into a successful and peaceful and positive place, and also very poppin' with your bank account with the numbers in there. Okay, y'all. Last card that I have coming up for you, Sagittarius, is Treasure Island, and this is in the position of your soul message, your spirit message. So something extra for you to take away with you from this spread. Everything transpiring right now, everything that you're learning, especially about yourself and your gifts, are bringing you to this place to where you can put all of that together and come into this, again, this abundant energy. The Treasure Island card resonates with this energy of, okay, we've been on this hunt, we've been on this search, and, you know, sometimes we may have been led in the wrong direction, but as of right now, X marks the spot. So this is an energy that's very positive for you, Sag. This is a really dope time of the year for you to really tap into your own gifts, tap into your spirituality, tap into your psychism, and really work with it and really develop it. And understand that as much as you might want companionship during this time, right now is not a time to even be looking at other people to even talk to about this stuff, because it's really a self-development time. This is really a you time. And it's not to say that you can't go out and you can't have your fun, but as soon as you start feeling like, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that, and this person doesn't understand this, with this codependency card, you're gonna have to snip. So just keep that in mind when that starts to pop up. Don't stay in situations past when you're supposed to be in them, because that's when shit starts to get really rocky and really crazy, and at that point you need more than a reading. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind, Sagittarius, during this lunar cycle, you really want to pay attention to your intuition. You want to pay attention to your signs. Your psychism is coming in very strong. Be mindful about the people that you have around you and that you have involved in the shit that you're doing. And then also, come correct. Go hard or go home. You know what I'm saying? Come with the ideas, come with your plans, and then understand that coming with that energy and mixing and mingling with the people that you're supposed to be mixing and mingling with will put you into this energy of the Treasure Island, okay? All right, Sag, that's your reading. If you feel like you need a personal reading or more clarification, feel free to book a reading with me. I do have all that information, links down below in the description box. Other than that, you guys, thank you for watching. I will see y'all next time.